welcome back to Open Your Eyes. We are jumping straight into our first conversation. And as we said, it's all about Beltraide supporting Belizean products for a stronger economy. This morning, we are joined by three ladies here to speak specifically to that. Here with us is Nikki Augustin. She's the Marketing and Communications Manager representing Beltraide. And she's joined by Orissa Molina. She's the co-owner of Treasured Memories Photo Booth, as well as Asia Gilharry. She's an export business advisor. Ladies, thanks so much for joining us and welcome.
Thank you for having us.
It's always a pleasure having Beltraide here, especially speaking to supporting Belizean businesses.
Right.
I know that oftentimes there are events where we see these small businesses come together and we see them supporting each other, but we also need these customers to head on out and buy Belizean.
Correct. That's right.
This morning we're speaking directly to that, the benefits of that, and even a bit of a product or a new service or a new feature or a plus.
A new activity for the family.
Yes.
A new activity for the family. I'm trying to find the word. But let's talk about how we can support businesses through Beltraide.
Yes, so one of the things that we're doing right now is launching the Buy Belizean campaign. While Buy Belizean is not necessarily unique, it's something that we have been pushing in this country for years.
Yes.
But we find that there has not been so much an increase in purchasing Belizean products for various reasons. You know, sometimes we think that foreign products are better, and that's not always true. Or it's just that they're not getting the support in terms of marketing that these businesses need. So under this specific Buy Belizean program, what we're doing right now is launching a passport. And so this passport is going to be launched at the showgrounds this Saturday. So we start Saturday. And so what the passport does is kind of like help businesses, one, with marketing, right? So we're giving free marketing to the businesses that are part of the program. It also gives, you know, people to purchase your products. So that's one of the things that happened there also. So
when you say the passport itself helps to market businesses, how would you say that in specific?
So the one, you have having the passport mean that you have to go to these businesses and purchase from them. Okay. Within the passport itself, there's a QR page that has all the businesses that are participating in the Buy Belizean campaign.
Got it.
Right. So from Corozal all the way to PG, San Pedro, who these businesses are, you can scan and you can find who they are. So you do not necessarily need to go to NATS to access these business, but any expos, or just go to their storefront themselves if they have storefront. So what it does also is under the campaign overall is that we single out certain businesses and we start giving them extra support, extra marketing. And this is also going to ensure that they get like on the CARICOM directory also. So there's several benefits that we're giving them under this campaign itself.
What's the benefit of this passport to the consumer?
Right. So to the consumer, one, you will start to find that we have not only unique but excellent products in Belize that may be cheaper than foreign products. We're looking right now at the tariffs. We're looking right now at what's happening globally. This is an important time to kind of teach Belizeans about the importance of buying local, supporting your neighbors, supporting your friends. Sometimes it's your own family member that has this business, but you don't have them product at home. So that's one of the things. But additionally, what it also does is that every time you purchase from a business, you get a sticker, and that sticker gives you the opportunity to win prizes, not only now at NATS, but throughout the year. Additionally, what we're doing is there's a grand prize at the end of the year, and in the words of Trump, it's big, very, very big.
I love that.
But, you know, we will share more about that later on. For right now, we want to start with the launching of the product.
All right. Well, I do want to take the conversation over to Asia. As we mentioned, she's she's an export business advisor. I think this ties in very perfectly with business talk. When we think of small businesses or businesses in general, you not only want to get customers here locally, but you want the opportunity to export your products as well. How do you play into this conversation?
So the biggest incentive to participate and be a part of this is that it helps businesses get known. And you know, once businesses get the encouragement from the local support, they get to grow their business, they get to start looking at the opportunities that lies beyond Belize, right? So then, you know, they will invest more, we will be there to, you know, handhold and guide them and help them get to these export markets. So this campaign allows them to grow, bloom, get known, and like she said, one of the main things is getting them into the CARICOM directory.
Yes.
So then they will be starting to look at opportunities in CARICOM and beyond, and that's where we come along and we assist them and help them with the market research, with getting their products export ready and getting them to that next level.
Having a database of businesses that you guys work so closely with, are they expressing the desire to tap into that CARICOM market?
Yes, they are. We have had various businesses through our, because we do a lot of site visits too, to see their progress, to collect milestones, to, you know, ask them, what do you need now? And a lot of them have been expressing interest into the CARICOM market, and we've been doing quite a lot of market research on CARICOM, specifically on the ones that they're interested in. And yeah, so they are expressing a lot of interest, especially now with tariffs, and that has a real impact on our businesses because they're just starting to get out there, and then this creates a very big setback.
Yeah, I think though, even with that, there still seems to be a slow growing number of businesses that have tapped into that. Is there a reason for that? Maybe lack of information, maybe not understanding the process that you have to go through in the first place?
So there are a lot of setbacks, not setbacks, but
or like red
boundaries,
tapes,
like
you know?
red tape, because yes, we do have beautiful treaties for CARICOM. We do, we honestly do, but it's oftentimes a lack of understanding. I think some of the things that we need to do is break down those big worded treaties, you know, like lawyer talk, and break it down for businesses to be able to understand it and see, okay, yes, we have these treaties. How does that apply to my product? You know, but we also have a lot of non-tariff barriers that we need to address and speak to them with, because it's not always about the tariff. Sometimes it's the logistics. Sometimes it's the certifications, the cost. So yeah, so all of these things play into it and creates those, like I said, non-tariff barriers that we do need to assist them with in getting.
Well, let's take the conversation over to Orissa Molina. We have a small business owner here talking about her product, and I imagine you will also be present at the showgrounds this weekend as well. You also have the opportunity to share a sticker if they stop at your booth as well. So if you get that passport, you can get a sticker by getting a product from you. What do you provide?
So we're Treasured Memories Photo Booth. We're a photo booth company. We offer both photo booth in terms of the instant prints, such as these. And I'll hand this over to you so that you can take a look at that, and Paul as well.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
And we also do the 360. Right, so the 360 is video. The photo booth is prints. We'll be at NATS this weekend with both. Both services. We'll be offering the photo booth, so you could get your instant print.
I didn't even know that you guys do photo booths. I've seen the 360 one. I know a lot of people like to get them for their parties and whatnot.
Exactly. And now we have the overhead, the only one in Belize. The overhead 360. So you gotta come out and you gotta try the overhead 360.
Just look up and not the spin.
Actually, we decided on the overhead 360 because I think you've seen the platform ones where people stand on to the platform. But it's very limiting. And people that have, let's say, mobility issues, people in wheelchairs, people with a walking cane can't climb on it. So what we decided, you know, we said, how can we solve this issue? And we decided to get the overhead 360. And with the help of Beltraide, we were one of the BEEP grant recipients. And we used that investment, that seed funding, thanks to Beltraide, to invest in an overhead. And so now we are able to be more inclusive. We are able to accommodate more people onto the 360 booth. So we'll have that out at NATS this weekend. You can come. It's only at $2 a spin per person. Yeah, we want you to try it. We want you to experience it. We are bringing the entertainment to the Beltraide booth.
What got you into this business in the first place? I think we are in the generation of digital media. And this is so refreshing, but I think for a lot of people, you know, this is like what we've all grew up on. You know, we take these disposable cameras, and you have to go and
remember those days, right?
You don't know if the picture look good, if it look bright,
whatever
or dark,
come out.
Whatever come out. And we're going back to that in some ways, but you're still incorporating a modern element to it. What got you into this?
So my husband Javier Molina, he's a photographer. I think Paul knows him, and so he's been in this arena for many decades. And actually, we decided on doing the photo booth because of our daughter, who was graduating from primary school at the time, like 8 years ago, and she wanted something different for her graduation party, and her dad said, you know what, we can do a photo booth. That was the birth of the photo booth for us. We started investing in the software because it's just not, looking at it as it is right now, it might seem very simple, but there's a lot that goes into it, a lot of investment that goes into it in terms to get that picture right there. So we decided to start investing in the equipment, the camera, the software, the printer, all of these things put together. And we're treasuring memories. We're creating a legacy. We're encompassing a moment in time you will never get back. So pictures is all you will have left 10, 15, 20 years from now from the people that will probably no longer be with us. So that's why the name of our company, Treasured Memories, is so unique. It's so important to us because that's what we do. We treasure memories.
What I understand from what you're saying is that Beltraide has been a key partner in your journey as well.
Definitely. I think every small business in Belize needs Beltraide. Needs to be a member of Beltraide. Oh my goodness. Since we became a member of Beltraide, we've grown so much. We've formalized our company. We've gotten the proper guidance. We've gotten the proper direction in terms of what it takes to own and operate a small business in Belize. But also, like what Asia was saying, the marketing part of it. For people, for our locals to know what we do. Because small businesses in Belize, our locals are the ones who support us. We need them to support us. We haven't gotten to the international market as yet. We hope to, but in the meantime, we depend on the local business, on the buyer, you and Sabrina, to come and support us so that we can be successful.
I think the service you offer makes it a bit easier for Belizeans to buy and support the service and the product because there isn't a lot like it out there. Like you can't just walk into a grocery store and order something like this per se, right? But where the challenge comes in is when you have grocery store products. I just refer to it as for example, when in our minds what's so engraved are these import products, these import brands, Europe, the USA, China. To me, I think that's the biggest hurdle because what I'm seeing here is you all are doing an exceptional job at bringing up these local businesses. But now the hurdle is to get Belizeans into the mindset to buy into what you're exposing.
Exactly, because that's one of the challenges that we find, that perception that we don't have quality products. But we're talking about the grocery stores also, and they're one of the partners that we want to include and need to include as a part of it. For example, where are Belizean products placed on the shelves? If it's at the bottom shelf, then there's a high chance that it won't be seen. Exactly. So we find that a lot of the international products are the ones that are getting on the top shelf. So we're looking at now another part of the campaign, going into the stores and ensuring that there's gondolas. Quality products will already have gondolas in every single store across the country. Quality poultry products. Gondolas. So that is where shelves that is going to be specific for just Belizean products. So as you walk in, you'll be able to see that. They are using the campaign slogan, this stuff will be local. So they're using that, and that's what we want to do with the additional stores. We already have some stores that have expressed interest, and they're extremely important to this, because we're also looking at, and we're talking to Orissa, and as a participating business, which you can still do. So any business interested can still participate. This program is going to go on for as long as we can, right? But you're also getting the access to the grants and the funding, and even with the banks we're working right now to who will create like special programs for people who are part of the Buy Belizean campaign. That way you can get like, your rates at bank could be different. So there's different things that we're doing. And speaking of Paul, now, when we first started this campaign, it was back in 2019 actually, and then the pandemic came and we know everything else that came along with that. But what we did was we went to Chatham Mall, since that's where Belizeans like to shop, and we kind of bought the products that we buy in Chatham Mall. And buy the same thing here in Belize, and we did a comparison, and guess what we found? It was cheaper here in Belize. But I know that people go to Chatham Mall for various reasons, but now you're looking at the cost of living and you're going to be spending more to go outside to purchase things that you can purchase right here at home.
I've heard that before as well. A lot of people think that they get to stretch their dollar by crossing the border, but you actually could find some of those very same items at the same price or cheaper here in Belize.
Right here in Belize, yeah.
All right, well, remind us where we can access the passports. How can we get the passport so that when we go to the showground, we know how to use it?
So the passports right now, they're at Beltraide. You can call us at 880-3737 if you want your passport, but we're also going to be selling them at Nat's booth 186. So as you enter one of the main gates, you're going to see our Tio the toucan, that's our mascot, and he will be right there to welcome you, and you can purchase your passports. It's only $10.
Okay.
And you get an opportunity, like I said, to win prizes throughout the day and also after that. And some businesses are offering discount just by having the passport.
So my final question is, because you've mentioned that you get to use the passport even after the agriculture show. So these businesses that are a part of the database, they will have these stickers.
Yes.
If you purchase from them at any point throughout the year, they're going to give you a sticker?
Yes, that's a part of it. So for you to be in the program itself, you can have your business registered and be on the directory and not necessarily be a part of the passport program, right? So when you're on the directory itself, this is the one-stop place that we want Belizeans to go and find what are the products and services that exist in Belize. So you may not want to, have the stickers and so forth, but why not have the stickers, right? Because it's telling people you have to go and buy from this business to get a sticker, and 100 sticker gets you the chance to win like a bigger prize, things like that. But yes, and our website is bybelizean.beltraide.bz, and so they can go there and find all the information that they need about the program itself.
Excellent. Finally, for me, can you speak to how we can access your services, those who are interested?
Okay, so please like and follow us on Facebook and Instagram, Treasured Memories Photo Booth. We are located in the Cayo district actually, but we are a mobile company. So we travel from north, south, east, and west, even Keys. Okay. So we're very, very accessible, but please come out to Nats this weekend. Stop by the Beltraide booth. You can get a sticker from our booth as well. We'll have the photo booth active as well as the 360 overhead, and when you purchase a spin on the 360 or a photo booth picture, you get a sticker for your passport. So that's a way for you to start accumulating your stickers, right? And you get to take home a recuerdo or a memento of the National Agricultural Show for this year.
I hope you're ready for the long lines.
We are ready.
Listen,
the pictures are $8.
Yeah, so what is the overhead?
You get the digital and the print. If you only want the print, it's $5. If you want both of them, it's $8.
Well, we're referring to the machine.
$2 per person. Yes.
Love a line.
We want the line to come. We want people to experience it. Yeah.
And just let me add, stop by the Beltraide booth, by the Belize booth, because we will be having raffles. You can purchase your passport. We will be having a game show around 11 a.m. It's hot questions, so you will be getting to
might
try.
Be hot as well, so perfectly.
In both ways, right? Because we're also giving, we're gonna let them be trying different Belizean made hot sauces. And we'll be having live streams. So stop by. It's gonna be a fun time for everyone.
I just wanted to add that what we find right now is that families are requesting the passport and they're making a competition out of it to see who can get the most stickers.
I love that.
So we're encouraging families to, be a part of this program also, and it's for a very good cause because you're supporting your country.
Well, I have a relative who she shops like primarily Belizean. I think she's gonna fold that passport in no time.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That sounds
all right. Well, ladies, it has been a pleasure. Thank you guys so much for joining us. And we can't wait to see everyone getting their passports and filling them up and shopping Belizean. Thanks so much, and we wish you guys all the best.
Thank you.
All right, we take a quick break now, but don't go away, because when we come back, we'll be joined by representatives of the Belize Palliative Care and Hospice Association. If you don't know what they do, find out, because we're going to be asking them how they support caregivers and persons in need.